Is it normal to feel completely out of your mind following an argument with a domineering woman? Some others seem unconcerned by the chaos, leaving you to deal with the emotional fallout. All those who have ever been trapped by this cycle have my undying gratitude in this video. Listen up, for this guide will show you how to protect your inner peace, restore your strength, and permanently escape negative influences by drawing on the Stoic principles of Marcus Aurelius. Before we dive in, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. What we're about to talk about will alter your relationships and how you see yourself. If you listen to the 11th strategy all the way to the end, leaving with grace, it might be the best decision you ever make. 1. Don't let her control your emotions. Picture this. At a dinner party, she makes a slur about you in front of everyone. You tighten your grip and are ready to react as a rush of adrenaline washes over you. Please, just a moment. Marcus Aurelius, who is he? He would assure you that your reaction is totally within your control, regardless of how helpless you feel about her remarks. Toxic people are powerful because of the mayhem they can inflict. When your feelings get the best of you, you can't help but let go. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself, the opinion of others does not define me. Remember, we have control over our own emotions according to Stoicism. When you show her that her comments can't control your feelings, you've won the first battle. 2. Give her the silent treatment. The dinner party scenario warrants further consideration. I mean, why not just smile and stay silent instead of saying anything? Being quiet can be your greatest line of defense at times. People who are toxic often expect others to react to them. They will perish rapidly if their oxygen supply is severed. Saying nothing says a lot. Your words hold no power here. Being quiet isn't a sign of passive aggression. It's a statement about standing up for what's right and saving your strength for what matters. She will either change her behavior or seek out someone else to provoke once she realizes her efforts are fruitless. 3. Play her game. This one might catch you off guard. In order to diffuse toxic relationships, it may be best to play her game, but with a twist. Imagine that she is trying to manipulate you by being very critical of you. Come to an agreement with her instead of becoming defensive. If she complains, "You're so bad at remembering dates," you might react with a cheerful, "You're absolutely right. I'm the worst." This will help her feel disarmed. You may switch the script and take back the discussion. If you refuse to fall for her lure, or don't chase women, the harsh reality is that pursuing any woman, much less a poisonous one, will lead to tragedy. Imagine a guy chasing an unstoppable train. His energy is sapped, and he comes across as overly anxious as a result. Honoring oneself is of utmost importance in Stoicism. Stop wasting time and energy on individuals who don't appreciate you once you put your value first. Keep in mind that a true friend will be there to support you, not try to force you to chase after them. The correct relationships will naturally find their way into your life as you focus on developing yourself. 5. Have zero tolerance for disrespect. The foundation of poison is disrespect. It is essential to set limits if she constantly puts you down, undermines you, or ignores what you say. One of Marcus Aurelius's many sayings that stresses the significance of self-respect is, never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect. Envision a world where she is the kind to interrupt you or make fun of your ideas at every turn. I won't tolerate being spoken to like that. Say it calmly but forcefully. Be firm. You can protect yourself and teach her proper behavior toward you by establishing firm limits. 6. Speak with confidence. The antidote to poison is self-assurance. Imagine a battle breaking out between two individuals, in contrast to the other, who is boisterous and hostile. The first is cool and confident. Who appears more powerful? The serene one, without fail. Speaking with assurance demonstrates that you are not easily frightened. Make it a habit to look someone in the eyes consistently. Speak clearly and with a firm tone. Keep your calm. It will make a statement regardless of how much she tries to belittle you. Keep in mind that the strength you emanate is echoed in your voice. 7. Protect your inner peace. Picture this. You and her have just had a fierce disagreement. Like daggers, her words cut deeply. You mentally go over every word you spoke and every word she spoke. As you relive the moment, Your mood takes a plunge the next day as it keeps you up at night. Sound familiar? Toxic individuals, especially someone you previously cared for, have a way of crawling under your skin. But here's a secret most people overlook. Your tranquility is in your control. Think of your thoughts as a tranquil lake. Each interaction with her is a stone thrown into that lake, creating ripples of chaos. Your mission? Protect the stillness of that water. Start by asking yourself, why am I letting her words control me? Marcus Aurelius instructs us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will discover strength. Picture this. When you initially fell in love, she made you feel like the center of her world. Her joy brought a smile to your face and her caress brought a sense of comfort. But these days, it's as if you have to tread carefully with every conversation. You long for the good old days, but you can't turn a blind eye to her negativity. You don't have to give up your serenity to love someone. Getting back in charge is this easy. If she's someone you can't avoid, like a family member or coworker, limit the frequency of your interactions with her. Avoid talking about anything that might cause division or controversy. Resist the need to react emotionally. Instead, view her animosity as a storm. Staying indoors and out of the rain is your only option. Prioritize self-care by engaging in pursuits that bring you joy. Prioritize your well-being and happiness by doing things you enjoy, like going to the gym, reading, or spending time with friends. Your tranquility within is priceless. Keep an eye on it as if your life relied on it, because in a sense it does. 8. Don't fall for the apologies. Now we'll get into a scenario that you might be too familiar with. With her tears weeping, she stands there, apologizing for the agony she caused you. You get into her speech for a second because she says all the perfect things. Because the person you're seeing here reminds you of the one you fell for. You find yourself wanting to trust her. However, the next day there is no difference. Once more the cycle starts. Apologies are a tool that toxic individuals master. Their deceptive techniques include appealing to your emotions in order to make you feel horrible about bringing them to justice. If we wish to escape joining the ranks of the insane, we should not be on the side of the majority. As Marcus Aurelius tells us, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority. Reflect on what you've been through, in the hopes that this time would be different. How many times have you forgiven her? And the amount of times you were let down? Words are meaningless compared to actions. A sincere apology is defined by a change in behavior, rather than just words said. Consider these alternatives. Be sure her actions are consistent with her statements before you decide to forgive her. Set expectations. Be clear about what you need from her, so you can win her trust again. Trust your intuition. If something seems off, it probably is. Being able to let go and forgive is a priceless talent. Keep it for yourself. Give it to someone who will value it. 9. Use indifference as a weapon. Envision her trying to provoke you at a social event when you're not even looking at her. Maybe her sarcastic comments or overt flirtation are just her way of attempting to get under your skin. Even if you're furious at first, what if you simply shrugged and moved on? Consider the possibility that you might deny her the satisfaction she desires if you chose not to reply to her. Some people are poisonous because they need your energy to sustain themselves. They adore your attention, good or negative. Ignorance is their downfall. Just by being quiet, you're essentially silencing them. Marcus Aurelius said that you are not obligated to turn this into anything. You shouldn't find this annoying. Come help me make this truly unique. Think back to the time she tried to entice you before. A passive-aggressive comment or a guilt trip might have been behind it. How were your reactions? After a fight, did you feel completely drained? Envision yourself leaving with a grin on your face, even if just for a second. Think of the change that could have been made. Tips for honing your indifference roofing skills. Keep in mind that her actions reveal more about her than you do. And try to keep your emotions in check. Keep your cool. Tell her she can't manipulate your feelings. Just chill down and don't sweat it. Shoot for the stars. Whether it's in your professional life, your hobbies, or your personal growth, focus your energy where it will do the most benefit. One need not be cold or heartless to be apathetic. Making a choice for order in the face of chaos is crucial. Her allure will fade the moment she realizes she can't scare you. It is your victory, my buddy. 10. Take control of your time. Permit me to take you back in time to a place that could be familiar. Seated on your couch, you hold your phone and look at the clock. She appears to be relentlessly attempting to get your attention by phoning or texting you, spending the evening soothing her down, handling her drama, and satisfying her endless requests may be draining. A common reaction to the apparent passage of time is the question, where did my time go? Even though time is your most valuable possession, toxic individuals seem to have an endless amount of it. You come out of it with things that help you achieve your goals and values. The key is to prioritize the things that bring joy into your life and cut ties with the ones that bring you misery. Methods for mastering your time. 1. Evaluate each moment. Think about how much time you waste on things or people who don't provide you happiness or value. Just pretend you only had a day to live. Would you rather spend it chasing after an inconsiderate person or letting them go? Very doubtful. You need to start monitoring your time expenditure in order to identify the black holes that drain your resources. 2. Set boundaries. The ability to manipulate the passage of time is a skill that certain people possess. Someone will call you at an inconvenient hour, try to manipulate you into giving in to their demands by making you feel bad, or include you in their drama. Is it the solution? Respect for individual confidentiality. For example, if she's always texting, you might want to consider responding at a later time. Take initiative and respond when it suits you, not when she is available. 3. Get comfortable saying no. Is it hard for you to say no when asked to join? If that's the case, you're definitely not alone. Always remember that when you accept something that doesn't help you, you're actually passing up chances that could. Acquire the skill of gracefully but firmly declining requests. Message, I'm not able to talk at the moment. Let's get in touch later. Time recovery's impact. Return to the story of your love story. Simply work toward a situation where you are able to enjoy more leisure time. Vacancy to rediscover hobbies. Surround oneself with encouraging individuals. Or work on one's own development. See yourself liberated from the weight of ongoing emotional labor. Taking command of your schedule is one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. More than just the ability to turn the clock back, your entire existence is riding on this. The most important thing is to be kind and considerate to yourself because you deserve it. The message you send when you set boundaries and value your time is powerful. Your time is precious, and mine is too, and that will be respected when the right person shows up. Make yourself a priority till then. Life is fleeting. Spend it wisely and not on worthless people. Instead, invest that cash into creating the life you dream of. Your time is the most valuable commodity, and the best present you can give to yourself and those who are deserving of it. 11. Walk away with grace. Just pretend for a second that you can't open your eyes while standing in the eye of a cyclone. You grab onto everything you can during a violent storm. Did a storm roll in? The toxic relationship has sapped you of your energy, joy, and sense of self. Nevertheless, a remarkable occurrence follows. Let go. The light will rise over you as you come out of the storm. After what seems like a lifetime, you are finally able to take a deep breath because a wave of calm washes over you. No picnic, is it, leaving? When you let someone in on a big secret, the stakes are higher. Think back on the initial 2 or 3 weeks of your relationship. Did you experience any butterflies in your stomach when she smiled at you? Those times when you stayed up late chatting and time seemed to freeze? Put that in the past. Those memories are just too vivid. So what comes up after this? How frequently do you encounter moments of tranquility and joy amidst all the chaos and hardship? According to the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Choosing to walk away from a difficult situation does not indicate weakness or defeat, but rather strength. You have a choice between the poison that stops you from moving forward, your tranquility, and your future. Taking a break. Why is it crucial? Separating from toxic relationships teaches you to prioritize the needs of others before your own. It seems like you're quite tolerant of people taking advantage of your emotions and treating you disrespectfully. But you know deep down that's not true. Rather than shattering you, love ought to fortify you. Good things will come to you. Just because you're leaving doesn't imply you despise her or wish her harm. The most important thing is to realize that the relationship is supporting you no more. Love, the story teaches, can't fix everything, and that's okay. A sublime departure. Imagine this. You've sat down across from her and made up your mind. You remain composed despite your racing heart. You take a deep breath and tell her, "I love you, but this isn't good for us. I must stop wasting time and concentrate on myself right now." You remain calm. No one is to blame but you. You gracefully and dignifiedly convey the truth. She may get manipulative, furious, or even cry. That storm belongs to her, not you. You refuse to be dragged back into the mayhem once. You've decided to live a peaceful life. Following the departure. Picture your life a couple of months down the road. You are no longer having the heaviness in your chest upon rising. Possibilities, development, and merriment fill your days. Things like reconnecting with friends, rediscovering passions, and dreaming have all returned to your life. Walking away gracefully has that type of power. It's about taking back control of your life, not simply fleeing a poor relationship. By freeing yourself from things that no longer serve you, you are sending a statement to the world that you value yourself highly. A new version of your love story. Your love narrative has just began. You, the most essential individual in your life, are in the center of this new chapter. Leaving doesn't imply you've been unsuccessful. It means you've resolved to start a new chapter, one that may deliver you love that deserves you, self-respect and peacefulness. Proceed with the deed. Knowing that better days are ahead, you may gracefully exit. Looking back, you'll realize that releasing was the most unselfish thing you could have done for both of you. Conclusion. Here are 11 insightful tactics for coping with toxic women, derived from the immortal teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Your emotions, limitations, and peace are all under your control. You must not let someone to deprive you of that. If you found this video useful, please consider giving it a like, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who may benefit from hearing it.